Beautiful day. It's always good to lubricate your rubber. These rollers are not as nice as the other two trailers.
Oh, really?
No, I suppose this one's a year newer. We probably haven't gone through these ones yet.
Oh, that could be.
The other ones, we put a lot of new ones in.
Yeah.
So the bearings on these little rollers underneath the hopper gates here, sometimes they go bad. These ones are pretty decent here. I can spin them by hand. There's definitely one over here that's no good. I can see that. This one probably isn't either. Did you see anything on camera, Onyx?
Yes.
On your motion camera, were there deer on it?
That buck even seems bigger without any of the velvet.
Really?
Yeah.
Looks bigger.
So
he's been rubbing his velvet off.
I think he's an 11.
You think he's an 11 pointer now?
Yeah.
A big one too, not just like a little 11 pointer.
They were mostly in the mornings, but he came in almost every evening, 40 minutes after shooting light.
He's been keeping very close track of all of his deer. What's the name for the one you want to get?
Handles.
Handles. How did you end up with that name? Cute name. Now these bearings, they just go bad because they're underneath the truck. They're always in the salt when we're running in the wintertime. There's really nothing you can do other than keep an eye on them and replace them when they come apart, but I'm gonna need a bigger hammer here. I don't know if you guys can tell, but this bearing where it's no good is kind of right in this area here. Jim, I got a used bearing for you. You can keep that.
Oh, God, I hear something.
What do you hear?
I hear that thing with that special tool. We're about ready to get rid of the cane.
Did you get a tote of diff yesterday?
Yeah, it's in the dually.
Okay. Oh, right behind you, sitting right there.
Yep, that's it.
Right where it should be. And finally, to hopefully help them from seizing up again, keep coming, bring it in on the concrete. So this is a tote of diesel exhaust fluid. It's an emissions thing for all the newer equipment. Up until this year, we didn't actually own anything that used it, but now we've upgraded a lot of stuff the last couple of years. Now most of our stuff uses it. So it's kind of a pain in the neck, but part of it. We're gonna move it in from the tote into our fluid all tank here so that we've got this full, and then also into the Thunder Creek trailer so that we've got a mobile piece that will help with that. It's a lot shorter than I was thinking. Maybe we can't do that? Change of plans. We're gonna do it differently. I don't remember how we filled that last time. We've only had it full one other time, but this is how we're gonna do it this time. Well, that sure didn't take much. Probably because I just remembered we filled it not that long ago and we haven't harvested anything yet. The grain cart came back yesterday afternoon, so we got it hooked to the 8320, which is ready. Now they're just making sure they got everything hooked up the way that we want it. Time to hook up the soybean header now. I think we're gonna go bust into a field, see what we've got. That is a big unit. Someday I'll grow up. Not today. All right, this is it. Dad's gonna take that header, swing around the block so that I can back up to him with the S780. It's happening, you guys. It's really happening. Will it just show up for me then? Or do I have to go in somewhere? So it shows the data sync is active. That look right, Jim? So, okay, select data types. Which one are we importing? All of them? What if I don't want, let's see, there might be some stuff. Well, we'll just, yeah, we'll go all of them, I guess. It took us a minute to get all the data loaded onto the computer because we haven't run this combine before, so we had to get our fields on there. I kind of forgot about that. That was my bad. But now we're gonna fire things up and I guess see how it goes here. Dive right in. Well, these are the end rows and they're generally too wet, so they're usually compacted, but we were way too dry this year, obviously, if you've been watching. I did see 25 bushels to the acre at one point, but we don't even know if that's calibrated yet. Showing 13% moisture, which is about perfect. We'll hop out and check. Don't really have enough for a good sample yet to see how things are set. Definitely a few green ones in there, but we'll let it clear out here. I'm gonna jump out behind and see what it's doing. I was seeing 40 across the monitor as we got a little farther off the end rows here and 13% moisture, so. I got a few on the ground here, but I don't know if I'm losing them at the head or out the back. I'm losing them at the head here. Wonder. Oh yeah, those are brittle. Once I get off the end rows here where the snout's not hitting the ones next to it, we get the reel set right. Right now I'm just watching the machine, so I haven't got the header running perfectly yet. I think the majority of the loss is off the header yet. I'm just driving too slow right now.
Probably once everything gets shined up, it always works better, and drive a little faster, it always gets better then.
Right.
It doesn't look bad behind you anyway, I don't think.
No. Yeah, they're really dry.
With this wind, I'll bet they'll be 11.
I don't think they're actually 13.
I think
there's still green stuff in from that end.
Mm-hmm.
And they just shatter. I'll maybe slow some stuff down because they're obviously going to thresh easy.
Yeah, the tank, sample in the tank looks good.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's got a few green ones in it, but that's from that.
Excellent. 13, 18s, yeah.
We'll make some little adjustments here, and I'm going to set my compass heading just to go at, I don't know, 5 degrees straight across the field, and then we'll get a better feel for what's really going on once we get off the end rows. The sample in the tank here coming in the dry spots is pretty good, but we got a lot of green spots where it ends up like that. So really we're a little bit early, but 80% of the field is well ready to go, and by the time that 20% comes around, the other 80% is going to be way too dry and we're going to have problems with shattering. So I'm going to get out and check it again. When you're first starting out, there's a lot of just setup, checking, randomness. It's slow when we start. Oh, that water hemp patch? Yeah, we don't worry about that little guy. Coming with?
Yep.
Beanin'. So far things are going pretty good. We got a good wind from the south, so it's dusty going one direction and it's kind of messing with the chaff, but I can adjust that a little bit here. So that's nice. Our yield so far, our average dry yield is, I don't know if that's right, 37? Around 37, but it's still moving around a lot. So I don't know if that's reading what's coming in now, because I thought that was reading what's coming in now. I gotta figure that out. Anyway, we're about 13%, which is good. We're going to take him to the elevator right now with that because we've got him contracted, we've got him sold. And Onyx is joining me. Onyx, are you going to start driving this combine pretty soon?
Yeah.
I think he's going to run some combine this fall. But not today because we're still trying to get everything set. So, I don't know, we're kind of plucking away here. Next couple days, things are going to get really busy. I'm going to swap passengers now. Onyx is going to head home and Dad's going to hop in the 780. Now that I'm still struggling with some of the automatic stuff on this thing and figuring out exactly how to run it and where it should be set, I'll pretend to teach Dad how to do it.
Oh, okay.
So like you're going faster than I ever was right now.
Maybe that's leaving somebody behind.
I'm going too slow, you think? It runs out of power when you get into decent beans at this speed.
Wow. I was thinking I used to go 5 with 1970.
I know there were times when we did, yeah.
And these aren't that great of beans. I mean, they're not bad, but they're not certainly not tall and springy.
If that's right, they're doing 36 right now.
Where is the average? Can we get that on here?
So I'm pretty sure this is your average.
Okay.
It shows average, but it seems to still be fluctuating a lot for having, we got 15 acres done.
Okay.
So it shouldn't be moving, but just don't forget to fold it and take it home to the yard and try to go in the shed.
Yeah, that would suck.
That would suck. We'd have a
figured
problem.
I'll leave it sit out, or shouldn't I?
I would, I
Otherwise
guess.
we gotta drop the head off.
I would, yeah. How neat is that? That's pretty neat. We're gonna keep shuffling some stuff back and forth and getting some stuff done here slowly. So I thank you for watching. Watch for a lot of videos coming now. Things are gonna be a little slow for a few days, but we're gonna get moving real soon here. We're actually gonna have 2 combines going on soybeans is what I'm told. So we might have another header coming for the other truck. Bit of a rough crossing there on the railroad.